All right, hey, good afternoon, everyone. Uh, be a really short video today because there's not a whole lot of new material to cover. We'll start with soybeans. We do have some nice divergence action off of between these peaks and these lows right in here on MACD, Force Index, RSI, all of them are there. Today we did get a nice reversal day, but it really didn't do enough to do anything convincing. We really want to see it back above 1284 and 1287, which would be this high, and back above these lows in order to really do anything significant. And then we're not going to get overly excited until we're back above 13 on a closing basis. But there's not a whole lot of reason for beans to continue lower, but there's probably more reason for them to work higher. Now we do have a crop report on Thursday, so new information that'll change a lot of things. We'll just have to wait and see how beans react to the information that's given to them. And then corn, as far as corn goes, this is a weekly chart right here. I'll flip it back to the daily here in just a second. But we have these nice bullish divergences working. We had the big week up last week. Now so far this week we've challenged kind of the midpoint of that level. So there's some context for what corn is doing on the weekly chart, because on the daily it looks a little bit more scary, right? We have the big up day. We failed to hold the 90 level, which held as resistance for a while. Then it failed to hold as support. So now it's resistance again. We did have a nice little lower shadow here, but we're consolidating on the bottom side of our daily cloud. We're kind of mid-level on the oscillator, so they could really go either direction. And this makes sense for a market that's been sideways and doesn't really have any new bullish catalyst, so to speak, because we haven't seen China come in. We haven't had terrible yield results come in. But we'll still, nothing here that says sell me either. We just have more consolidation and more waiting on new information that could come into play. There is the windstorm that's supposed to hit parts of the Midwest over the next day or so. We'll see if that causes any problems. A lot of guys are talking about weak stocks and that kind of thing in order to see if that's an issue. Who knows? We don't have any reason to think it is or it isn't, but that's just what other people are talking about. For us, we just want to see this low hold right here, and if it does, then great. We're probably going to head on up to the top of the daily cloud, and if it doesn't, if it rolls over from here, then we're hedged with the 470 puts anyway, so we won't be too worried about it. Now, Kansas City wheat also had a down day today, taking back everything that it gained yesterday and challenging the low of the last 3 or 4 days, but it didn't do any damage. It just didn't do enough to take anything out. Now we didn't get out the top side of this, so it didn't do enough to get us excited either. And I think that's just the story of all three of these grains, is just not enough to do anything meaningful. So we wait and we watch the paint dry, and we just have to appreciate that the market is not wasting time; it's marking time before its next move. And our job is to figure out is just to go with it, whichever direction it does. So it's setting up to be pretty clear on what needs to happen, right? Long above these levels, short below them, and then we'll trade from there. All right, that's a 4-minute video. That's as short as I can possibly make it. I hope you guys have an absolutely great day. Remember, there is risk trading futures and options, and you should only do so in light of your own financial condition. We will be back with you tomorrow with another video. Have a great night. See you later.